try again. I moved the camera on it. It smashed up the camera. Right, now let's have a look. The stern is probably easier. I don't know if I need to be higher up. Oh, these stupid light levels now. Let me see if I can move it closer to the window. Oh, there you go. What the hell are you looking at? Right, so all we have is a stern. Let me see which way it's better to look at. So we have the stern there. Oh, look at it, eh? Absolutely pathetic, isn't it? The sun's gone in. I moved it to the window and it got brighter, and now it's gone off. So this needs to go. If I can get this light a bit brighter. No, I can't get this light any brighter. Right, so that's a bit brighter. And that takes it down. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for pity's sake, I can't see the instructions on it. Right, now then. So one is down and one is up. So that makes it brighter. I'm trying to follow the sun route now. Well, you see the bloody sun's gone behind the trees. That's the trouble now. You see, the sun goes behind the trees and that's it, you lose everything. Right, I can't see. Right, so this is the bow. So as you can see, it's got there's a fair few bits on that. But as far as I know, a lot of this won't come off. So let's have a look. And this is the deck. So this would go there. I'm not going to start trying to put it on, obviously. So on this, this has a completely different bow to this, isn't it? That's a completely different. Okay, so it's got these bits. So these bits probably have to be taken out. So it looks like you've got 3 little bits, 4 little bits. Now they're there. So they would have to push through that. Yeah, okay, so there's quite a few bits that would have to come. You don't get any replacements for this. I'm not seeing anything anywhere that replaces this. So I don't think you take any of this apart from some of these bits. I think there were some of these bits it said to remove. So you don't take any of this off really. So let's have a look at that. And this is the bit that we'll get. And this is the bit where once you put this on, that will go around there. So there must be a separate bit for that. So that will fill that in. And then you've got this is the bit that's got all the parts for it in the, I've seen in the advanced kit. That's the breakwater. So that's the breakwater there. It's got all the pieces on it, but they're just bits that go in. So I think, so this has got this bit here will cover, will go just in front of that bit. Then it's got holes here. It's got that bit there. And then what will happen is if you put this deck on here, this is where the plastic deck will sit on. I've actually seen somebody do these decks on YouTube and they didn't take any of this off. or at least very little of it. They actually just built the parts on top of the parts. So that would require, looking at the back of that, now you see all of that has to be taken off. So all of this has to be cut down to go around there. Then you've got the bits there. So once again, this is the breakwater. So the breakwater there is on there for the plastic part to go on top of. If you remove that, you don't have a breakwater. It's a shame that. That doesn't mean to say you can't use it. Just that it's got the 4 holes there. So they come from there. Although that's completely different. So on the model, the 4 holes, which represent whatever they're going to be with the breakwater, are right up against this part. And they will be, oops-a-daisy, have I got the right bit? So once that's on there, I don't know if you can see that. So once that's on there, the 4 holes, these are on both sides of it. So these holes are right up against that. But if you use that on there, this would then fit on there. And now you can see the holes have gone now. They're white, they're further apart. So whatever these holes are for will disappear. There's then 4 there. So these 4 holes, so that, this bit here is representative of this bit here, which is to do with the breakwater. And so these 4 holes, so those holes won't exist in this. And then you've got these bits here, 1, 2, 3. But there's these 2 bits here on there. So this is going to be interesting. This deck is different to this deck. So this is very interesting. So if I was to use this deck, that would be going over there. So working from there, there's obviously these bits going around there, aren't on here. There's a couple there, there's a little one there. So those small ones might be that. These 3 here are obviously them 3 there. These 2 are these 2, that's fine. So there's 2 holes here, there's 2 bits there that aren't on this deck. So they've got to represent something. And then that's where I worry if I use the wooden deck, if this has got something to do with the advanced kit that doesn't come with this kit. And then moving down, you've got the large bit there. You've got the only bit that I suppose in a way spoils the model in the deck is the ladders going down. There's no replacements for them. At least I've not seen any. So that bit is there, 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 that bit is there. That bit is there, that bit is there, that bit is there. And then you've got another round bit there, which isn't on here. And it's not underneath, there's a bit to cut out. So that's interesting. This deck is slightly different to this deck. And where the anchors go, and that's about the same. It's got that there. It's got these bits here. The anchors themselves didn't have any. They weren't raised. There's no photo etch for them like there sometimes is. So this has these 2 bits here. Don't exist on here. So that's interesting as well. So that part there, this and this, are not on here. unless, it doesn't really make any sense, does it? So that goes in there, understand that. Okay, and then it brings out a little gap. And it has the bit, okay, so that goes around, so you keep them on and that goes around. You've got two bits at the front. You've got a door there, or a hatchway. So the decks, they're not a massive difference, but there is a very slight difference between the decks. So that's interesting, there's a very slight difference between them decks. So let's go back to the stern. Let's go back to the stern. So with the stern, you have all the various bits going round. Let's see if I can get them looking the same. So in the book it says to remove them bits. 1, 2, 3, 4. remove these 4. Remove 4 and there's only 2. Okay, so that's a bit silly, isn't it? There's them 2 bits. I'm looking at the book. So it says to remove them. So there's the 2 bits. There's them 2 bits. And these 4 bits must be them bits there. So you have to remove them. So they've got to be removed. And those have to be removed. And presumably there's something in the photo etch for them. You've then got all these bits here, you've got the 4 bits there. You've got the ladders going down. This has a ladder, I can see that. Yeah, that little bit there. There's a bit there, bit there, bit there, bit there. So it's got them. Those 2 bits are these 2 bits. You've got all those there, there. You've got the ladders. You've got whatever they are marked on there. And now you've got another hole there. And over this side as well. So once again you've got a hole. You've got the bit there which comes out, that's that bit there, that little bit up there is this bit here. And either side of that are 2 holes, so I'm not sure what they're for. I would have said guns or something, because these 2 here are here and here. You've got all the bits going round. Once again you've got the 4, same as with that deck there, you've got the 4 which are over here somewhere. They will disappear. If you use this deck, those 4 bits and those 4 bits and those 4 bits and those 4 bits, they're not on this deck. So you have to work out what these are to start with, and then decide how you're going to use it. Because if they're not on the deck, that means these, whatever they are, won't be used. So that's a bit weird, that. Let's have a look and see what they actually are. So those bits are, it's on the stern, isn't it? So those bits are, so you've got all the bits going round. What are we looking at? We're here. Because it's back to front. So what we're looking at there with them 4 holes are L12, it doesn't tell you what they are. How optional. So there's little tiny guns going on there, they're there, understand that. There's the 4 holes, but there's nothing going in them. reels. Right, so there's reels going then. So that means once you come to do them, these are for the reels. So they haven't got the holes marked out on this for the reels to go on. So that means you're going to have two choices. Drill straight through it, dependent on how you make up the reels. I didn't see any in the Pontos kit. I never saw any reels in that Pontos kit. They are probably, I didn't know there wasn't, but there are in the MK1 kit. There are photo etch reels and brass reels in the photo etch kit with the resin parts to make up the drums. So that means if you want, so that means to use reels on this, it's because this hasn't supplied reels. The reels with this, with the drums, would be in the advanced kit, not in this kit. So you've got to be really careful of what you're doing here. So I think what would be best if I used the deck, I'm still undecided on it. If I use the deck, I think, and that would be the same, well, that's what's on the bow in it, the 4 holes or reels. So I think what you'd have to do is drill right the way through that, so that when you come to do put the deck on, you can drill through from underneath for the reels to fit on. So that's fine. I'm still not sure what these are, as they don't come out anywhere. There's nothing there. Well, there's no holes in this anyway. There's no holes in this at that position anyway. So there's nothing there that goes on there. So there's the 4 reels. There's the capstans. Capstan. Now it says they're capstans. They're not. They're reels. Trumper have done this before. They're reels, not capstans. The capstans are over here. But they're calling them capstans. They're the hose reels, fire reels, whatever. Really be careful with this kind of stuff, haven't you? So that's fine, I understand all that. All these